Shalom and good day all, this is Tahilum29 back again for another graphic novel review, and in this graphic novel review I'll be covering Soulfinder, Warcry by Douglas Ernst. So as you can see here, this is the main cover, but I will also show you the back of this cover, which is actually really quite good. So first things first, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? It does, to which I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Next is the area of the internal art, as we have a look around the beginning, the middle, and of course the end of this particular short story. As we follow the character of Patrick Retta. So as we start to move into the area of the beginning, we see that Patrick Retta is actually being called out to Arlington. We get a bit of a turn of events which connect to the spiritual plane within the story, but it should actually be sort of fixed up a bit more to indicate that there are some events being seen in the spiritual plane, or maybe just a small note to point out to the reader that what Patrick Retta is seeing might actually be in the spiritual realm for him. As we move a little bit further within the story, we see someone who's also connected to this story. And this is also linked to someone who has lost their life in the war. And we learn that the picture of the person that you're seeing there is also amongst the tombstones where the unknown soldier is. And last but not least, towards the end with Patrick Retta, as he remembers a former friend. I also want to point out that there are, in this particular story, we do actually get to see the black and white panels which were used in this before they were coloured up. So for the internal art, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Next is the area of the story, to which the story will be rated on time, location, cast, as well as the pros for the story, but also including the cons of the story. Now, for first things first, did we get to see anything time-wise? Yes, we did. To which we learnt that the events were taking place early morning, so an early rise for Patrick Retta at 4 a.m. The location where this was taking place was in Arlington, Texas. The cast of characters consisting of Patrick Retta, mainly. We also had Thomas Morales and also the spiritual entity known as the Spirit of Despair. Now moving into the area of my pros and cons. One thing that I felt really worked for this story was actually the minimal cast of characters. And I found that it was really quite helpful because you didn't actually have a lot to follow, but you still had a story to follow with the cast of characters that you saw. Now, my only cons is let the audience know when the characters are in, or basically get to, even if it's like a small editor's note, I think it would really help to indicate to the audience, like when whether it be Patrick Retta, Reginald, or anyone else, to which they are actually seeing things from the spiritual plane. But overall, I did actually quite enjoy this story, to which I gave this an 8 out of 10. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.